We're going to go look at another type of device. Okay, this device here is called an electromagnet. This right here is actually a bolt or a nail, and it's wrapped with wire. And when we wrap it with wire and we run electricity through it, we actually turn that bolt or that nail into a magnet. And a magnet is a device that can pick up metal. Now down here I've got some tacks, some metal tacks, and they're just laying right here on the table. Okay, now once again we got in our simple circuit here. We got the positive side of the battery, the negative side of the battery. We got a wire connected to one side of the switch. We got the wire connected to the other side of the switch that goes to one side of the electromagnet. Okay, we've got it all the way down here. Everything's wrapped, and the other side of the wire is coming out, and it's connected to the negative side of the battery. So when I take and close that switch, we should have a magnet here, and if everything goes right, that magnet should pick up all those tacks. Okay, so everybody ready? You ready? Okay, we got an open circuit here. There's no electrons flowing right now because our switch is open. Okay, here I go. I'm about ready to close the switch on the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3, close. Hey, look at that. Did you see that? Did you see that? I got the switch closed, and look what happened. All the tacks are attracted to the magnet. They're all sticking on there. Wow, look at that. I got the switch closed. So we have the electrons coming out of the battery, okay, and they're going down the wire, and they're crossing the bridge on the switch right here, and they're going through the wire, and they're going around and around and around and around, and they're causing an electromagnetic field that's causing this piece of metal to be magnetized, which picks up those metallic tacks. And now the electricity can continue to go back into the battery and back out of the battery. And look at that. When that switch is closed, we've got ourselves a working electromagnet. Now I'm going to open it up and see if the tacks fall down. Hey, look at that. They fell back down. I like this. Let me go ahead and close it again. Oh, look at that. Okay, now I'm going to open up the switch. Oh, and they fall down again. All right. And they pick them up again. And they fall down again. And one more time. And they pick them up again. All right. We got a closed circuit and everything is fine. How many people knew that was going to happen? Golly, you guys is pretty smart. Okay, now we're going to go on to something a little bit more complicated now. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Now look at this. I'm going to do the same thing now. I'm going to let you inspect this circuit. Now I've got the battery. Okay, we got the battery over here. Okay, and I've got the wire connected to one side of the switch. Okay, but this time I got it connected to the other side, because last time we didn't connect it to the other side of the switch. Okay, and I've got this connected to the electromagnet. Okay, now I want you to go ahead and inspect this circuit and see, will this circuit work? Okay, is everything all connected correctly? All right, are you looking at it? Okay, you're the electrician. Now, I don't know that much about electricity because you're learning all about electricity right now. And this might be on a test or something like that, right? Now, you tell me, will our electromagnet work? Will it work when I take and close the switch? How many people think it'll work? Raise your hand. All right, very good. Okay, put your hand down. Now, how many people think it won't work? Okay, you raise your hand. All right, put your hand down, okay? All right, let's see what's going to happen. Okay, on the count of 3, I'm going to close this switch. You ready? 1, 2, 3, close. Uh-oh, look at that. What's going on? I connected both sides of the switch. How come it's not opening? How come my magnet's not working? Okay, let me do this again. Let me open that switch. Close. What? Open the switch. Close. Hey, the tacks aren't being attracted. There's something wrong. Can you tell me what's wrong? Open, close. Well, you trace with your finger and tell me what's missing here. I open the switch, close the switch. What's wrong with my circuit? Oh, you tell me that I have to take and have something connected to here to there? Oh, you're pretty smart. So what you're saying is I needed to have a wire that went from here and it had to be connected and it had to go all the way up and connect there. Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, you guys are pretty smart kids here. You guys is really smart. Okay, well, I'm gonna go on to the next one now. All right, and let me see if you can get this one. Okay, now look, I can connect more than just one thing in my circuit. I can connect two things in my circuit. Okay, look at this. I've got a light bulb and I'm going to connect the electromagnet in the same circuit. Now look at that. I've got my battery and my switch. Now I'm going to turn on two things at once. Now this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to connect my wire from here to one side of the switch. On the other side of the switch, I'm going to connect it to one side of the light bulb so electricity can go up in there through the filament back down. Okay, now when the electricity comes out, now it's going to go through the electromagnet through one side of the wire, and it's going to go around and around and around, and it's going to come out of the electromagnet, and it's going to come down this wire, and it's going to go back up in the battery. Now, if I got this all connected right, the light bulb should turn on, and this big steel ball I got down here should be attracted to electromagnet. So I'm going to do two things at once by just pulling down on that switch there. Okay, you ready? Everybody ready? On the count of three, I'm going to close that switch and see if the light bulb turns on, and I can pick up that big metal ball right there. Are you ready? Oh, I'm so excited. We got so many things connected on this circuit. Okay, here we go. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3, close. Hey, look at that. Did you see that? I've got the light bulb on, and I'm picking up the metal ball at the same time. This is pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to turn it off and drop that metal ball. Okay, watch this. Okay, the light bulb's off, and I dropped the metal ball. Okay, now I'm going to close the switch again and watch what happens. Look at that. The light bulb turns on, and I can pick up the metal ball all at the same time. Boy, this electricity is something else. Okay, well, let's see if we can go on a little bit further. Boy, this circuit is really getting complicated. All right, you ready? Okay, let's go to the next one here. Woo! Well, look at here. I've got wires connected all over the place. Remember, the thing that you're going to have to remember is whenever you connect something in a circuit, both wires have to be connected to whatever you want to turn on, okay? And both of those wires have to go back to the positive and negative side of the battery, okay? Well, we got our circuit here, and I've got a wire coming out to the switch, okay? And I've got wires going to the light bulb. I got wires going to a wire going to the magnet, and wires coming back here, and all kind of stuff. Now, I know this is going to be really complicated for you, but I want you to take a look at this circuit and tell me what is going to turn on. Is everything going to turn on in this circuit? Okay? Look at it real close. Okay? Inspect it. Make sure you trace everything with your finger back to the battery. Will my light bulb come on? Okay? Will my electromagnet come on? All right. I'll give you a few more seconds to inspect that circuit, because one day you're going to be an electrician, and you're going to take and run all the electric wires that take and power all the houses in East LA and Los Angeles and all Los Angeles County. And you're going to have to know how to connect these wires right. Okay. I give you enough time. Okay. You ready? Okay. We got them all ready. How many people think that everything's going to turn on? Raise your hand. How many people think everything is not going to turn on? Raise your hand. Okay, here we go on the count of three. 1, 2, 3, pull. Hey, look, something came on, but look, our magnet didn't come on. How come the magnet didn't come on? The magnet did not attract the ball. But look, the light bulb came on. Why is that? Okay, take a look. Why? I'm going to take and open it up again, and I'm going to close it. But look, the only thing that comes on is the light bulb. the electromagnet's not working. And why is that? Oh, I see. Oh, you're telling me that we forgot to connect the wire over here. Oh, so there was a wire missing here. Okay. Real good. Very, very, very good. All right. Well, let's go on to something a little bit more complicated. You guys is pretty smart, huh? Okay, I'm going to go on to something else and see what happened here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and connect it all up now. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let you take a look at this circuit and you tell me, will everything turn on now? Okay, make sure that the wires are connected to the switch and the switch is connected properly to the light bulb and to the magnet. Okay, trace your finger through the circuit to make sure that everything is going to work. Okay, did you trace your finger through there? Okay, all right. How many people think that everything is going to work this time? Raise your hand. All right. Now, how many people think that nothing's going to work this time? Raise your hand. Okay, good. Okay, how many people think that only one thing is going to work? Raise your hand. Okay, how many people think that the light bulb is just going to work and not the magnet? Okay, how many people think the magnet is going to work and not the light bulb? Okay, we've got a whole bunch of people with different opinions. Okay, you ready? I'm going to close the light switch on the count of 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3, close. Hey, look at that. Nothing's working. Open, close. There's nothing working. The light bulb and the magnet's not working. Now, why is that? Oh, you're telling me that there was a wire missing. One wire is missing? Yeah, that's right. There was a wire missing. And that wire should have been where? That's right. We should have connected a wire from here to there. Oh, that's why it didn't work. That's what we had missing. We forgot to connect the switch. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to go through one more little concept here. Okay. And the next concept I want to talk to you about is the different types of circuits. Now, when you connect two things, one behind the other, like this one here in a line like this, this is a light bulb and it's connected right to another light bulb right there, like you join hands together. That's called series. So now the electricity, when this is closed, if this closes, electricity will come through the battery and it'll go through one light bulb, out of one light bulb, back into another light bulb, through the wire, and back into the thing. So now if we do it like that, let's go ahead and close that and see what happens. Look at that. Now that's called a closed series circuit. So when we connect things in a line like that, or one behind another like that, or when they're joined together like this, that's called a series circuit. You see that? All right. So we got the electricity coming out of one device and right into another device. Okay. That is a series. And you need a lot of power to run a series circuit. There's another type of circuit that you need to know about. Okay. And this circuit is called a parallel circuit. Now it's a little bit different from a series circuit. Parallel circuit, we run one wire, like up here, and then we run another wire down here. But what we do is we connect the things that we want to operate between the wires. Okay, so this is connected between the circuits. Okay, so what I could do now is if I close this, the electricity will go through this wire right here, and it will take and put some power in this light bulb, and it'll go down here and put some in this one. Now we could continue to run this line all the way out like this, or one all the way out here. Okay, we can take and run it, one line out this way here, and then we can put another line and just keep running that line right out there and keep putting stuff right here in the middle. Okay, and this stuff right out here in the middle would continue to light up. Okay, if we was to do that. And that's the way that we connect stuff on power lines and stuff like that. Okay, so now I just want to show you how a parallel circuit will work. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn that parallel circuit on. Now look at that. Did you see that? Okay, open, close, open. You see that? Close. And with this one here, you get uniform power, and each device gets the same amount of power. Okay, open, close. This is a parallel circuit. Okay, parallel circuit. And the one before that, this one here is a series circuit when you connect them in line like that. Okay, open, close on a series, open, close on a series, and this is an open parallel and a closed parallel. All right, well, boy, we sure did learn an awful lot today about electricity, and I hope you learned a little bit more than what you did before we started the show. And maybe when you take your Stanford 9 exam or any other type of exam that deals with basic electrical circuits, that you'll do real well, because you know we are what we are. We are smart kids and we are smart people. And the only way that we can get better is by learning and studying about all the wonderful concepts of science and literature, language arts, and all those wonderful things. So once again,